Hey guys, my name is Shrish. So a couple of months back I purchased the iPad 7th generation and I went on to upload like a couple of videos based on the iPad, mainly talking about the specifications or mainly talking about how well the device performs in my day-to-day usage. But I never really got a chance and time to sit at one place and talk about my experience or my journey with the iPad. So now that Nord is going to take like a week or so to arrive, and I don't really have any other phone or any other video idea to cover on the channel, I thought this is the time. Now before I got the iPad, I used to spend like 90% of the time on my desk with my computer and a smartphone if it's available. Like I don't really have smartphones all the time because I just have to sell them before buying a new phone for reviewing. So I used to spend most of my time on the desk by the computer, and that's not something I was really a fan of because ever since I was a child I had this habit of constantly walking while working, working or studying basically. I mean, yeah, I did not really develop a habit of sitting in a place and just working for long hours. That isn't simply me. So even though I enjoy making videos and generally the work that I do, I wasn't entirely happy with the way I was executing my work or making videos. Apart from that, I was actually terrified with the fact that I'm totally dependent on just one computer or one primary device. If anything happens to the computer, or if it stops working or anything goes wrong, then it will totally disrupt my workflow. It will just halt my entire work, and no videos. And that is a little bit scary because there are times when I just have to upload videos as soon as I can, and frankly speaking I cannot really afford to sit idle in those times. So I went ahead and bought the iPad, a device that I can carry wherever I want, a device that will enable me to work on the go. And I had planned that the iPad would actually make me much more productive and much more efficient in a lot of ways, and it did that. It actually changed the way I work. So now that I do have a portable device, I can work from whichever corner I want. I no longer have to worry about the power cuts, which were pretty frequent in this particular locality that I stay in. So there were times when there was a power failure or a power cut, I used to just sit idle because I didn't really have anything to do, and that really did hamper my work at times. But that did change after the arrival of the iPad. Now I no longer have to worry about power cuts or power failures. I can still continue my work. Of course, I cannot really edit the video or continue the exact same task that I was doing on the computer, but I can still do a lot of stuff like scripting or thinking about video ideas or planning my videos, designing my thumbnails, bunch of other stuff. And the iPad actually made me a very good multitasker. Now I no longer have to jump through tabs, which is still pretty convenient. I can just open the article which I'm reading or which is actually related to my work, and I can actually write the script on my computer or vice versa. And frankly speaking, this thing has helped me quite a lot. Apart from that, I now carry my iPad in my yard or on my terrace, where I generally feel that I'm the most creative in those particular places, which enables me to write my scripts better. It actually enables me to think a lot more positively, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I'm a lot more fresh when I'm away from these walls. I'm a bit more fresh and creative when I'm kind of outdoors mainly. So yeah, that wouldn't have been possible if I was just stuck with this particular computer behind me. And not just that, previously when I used to start rendering a video on my computer, I used to sit idle for the next 30-40 minutes depending on the length of video, because of course my PC is not really that much powerful, so I cannot really multitask, or I cannot really, let's say, design thumbnails at the time or at the same time when my video is being rendered. But that did as well change. I now design thumbnails on my iPad at the exact same time when my PC is actually rendering my video, or I can actually write description for my videos. I can do kind of a little bit of SEO kind of thing. So the iPad in a way is actually making me a lot more productive. It is making me a better multitasker. All I'm trying to say is, when it comes to my work, the iPad has just helped me tremendously. And I know that any other laptop or any other portable device would have done the same. But the form factor of the iPad, in my opinion, is just perfect. It's not really that much heavy, it's not really that much light. Now to be honest, I'm not the kind of person who works continuously, even if I'm on the go, even if I'm enjoying the work I'm doing. I just cannot really work for continuous hours. That's not really my thing. You probably would have noticed that by now. So I have these organized breaks in my work schedule, and generally in those times I just consume media. I just go through YouTube or Netflix or Amazon Prime or any other streaming platform. and I just watch or consume media. And while previously consuming media on a smartphone was fun, it wasn't really that much great if you compare that to the iPad. I mean, the iPad just has a display that gets like really bright, and it has good pair of speakers as well, which is what enables me to consume media outdoors as well without any issues. And that's something that has changed quite a lot. And honestly speaking, I'm not even using the iPad to its fullest potential. That of course needs the Apple Pencil and an Apple keyboard, or any keyboard in that case, which I am certainly planning to buy, because I've just gone through a lot of videos where Apple Pencil is termed as a revolutionary product, and I just want to get my hands on that, because that would just make a lot of difference in my video planning stuff. Like these days I have started this habit of breaking down the entire video into flowcharts, and that particular thing I do that on physical notebooks as of right now, but with the Apple Pencil I will be able to do that on the iPad itself. Apart from that, I've also started to consider this particular tablet as my secondary or backup editing machine. Well, editing videos on this thing is not really possible for a lot of people, but based on the camera that I use, it's totally possible on the iPad itself, because I shoot on a very entry-level camera. So yeah, the iPad actually handles the footage coming out of this camera well, without any issues when it comes to LumaFusion. Of course, the iPad I have here is not really that much powerful to handle video editing, but just in case if anything goes wrong, I know that I can get it done somehow on the iPad as well. And if you are into Apple, you might know this already, that Apple is kind of moving into the direction where they want to make the entire ecosystem a lot more uniform than what it actually is, which means that the apps that are right now available only on Mac will also be ported to the iPad and iPhones as well. So that means that maybe in a couple of years we might be able to see Final Cut Pro on an iPad, although I'm pretty sure that the device that I have right now with me will not be able to handle that. So I'll probably upgrade the iPad after a couple of years. But yeah, so far the iPad 10.2 has sort of changed my entire workflow. It has actually made me a lot more productive and efficient. Now I know you may find this a little bit more underwhelming, considering the title that I've probably put on the video, which is definitely a little bit clickbaity. So I apologize for that. So yeah, that was just my journey or my experience with the iPad and how it actually affected me or my workflow. And that's it for this video. I hope this video helped you in some way or the other, or at least you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.